What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines 2. In today's episode, we're going to be checking out something that can help you manipulate your city to the point that you are able to try to get rid of those pesky high rent notifications, your low end areas of land value, and most importantly, get your citizens to become wealthy and educated. So, the first thing before we move into the video is don't forget to hit that like button. Comment down below if I taught you anything, and let me know if there's anything that you would suggest to me to go ahead and make this video even better. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Now, the first thing that we're going to be looking over is up in the information tabs. We're going to click on residential. If there is anywhere in your city for the residential suitability that you have a red area where you have low-end residential, please pause the video here and fix that issue. We cannot move any further, but once that is taken care of, we can continue. So once that's taken care of, we would now hop down to somewhere like this area here. And the reason why I'm going to pick this area is because we're going to look at land value. So the land value here is stationed as two things: the building land value and the regular land value. We're going to get rid of the building land value, and we're going to look at the land value here. You're going to notice that most places where it has a high land value, it's going to be medium to high residential, or it's going to be the industrial areas over in here. So why is that occurring? Well, it's because these buildings cause the land underneath them to become worth more, because it's a on-demand sort of area. It's a place that could pretty much make somebody money or is making somebody money. And then in the other locations, you would see that there is no value whatsoever to them. And what's going to occur is, if I look here at just this, you're going to see that the building land value for places that are on high land value are bright green. That means that the building is worth a lot too. But if we look at the building land value within this area, we have bright green buildings in here, with some buildings that are in the mid to mid-high level, but the terrain color does not indicate that there is any land value here whatsoever. Most of this is white. There's some border of blue going around, but it's not anything insane. So what is this meaning? This is meaning that I took action to go ahead and try to make my city to the point where we could go ahead and manipulate it to a point. So the way to do this is you want to increase the building value before you increase the land value, because this is going to allow those people within the building value to go ahead and put more thought towards their home. So the building value is pretty much going to say, hey, this raises sort of your well-being. This raises your happiness within the area for these citizens. It'll force them to upgrade their houses more, such as level 5 out of 5 with a comfortable wealth. So once they have levels 5 out of 5 on all these places, you would then go ahead and boost up the land value a little bit. If you put it too high, it's going to cause issues. But how do we take this on? Well, you're going to provide services to the people, but keep them out and about. Don't go ahead and force in. So these areas here with the schools, I have them out and about instead of forcing them into these areas here. With the police station, I have them out, as well as the medical clinic and the crematorium. They're out over here, but they can still provide the services to these people in this area. So I'm providing services, but I'm not indoctrinating the neighborhood with the land value that those services increase. So if I go ahead and look at the land value around these places, you'll see that it stays dark blue. There is a lot of land value within those places, so you do not want them anywhere, anywhere near your low residential neighborhoods, because it's going to cause some issues for you. Next thing that you're going to move into is the citizen wealth. I'm going to show you a few things here. In that island over there, that's an exceptional island, and I'll show you why here in a second. These buildings here, they're going to be yellow, red, yellow, orange. Those are meaning that they're not super wealthy. There is some green mixed in through here, but most of it's orange or red and some yellow. That's going to be because they are going to work in these buildings. These buildings are closest to them. They're going to travel to them. That's where my transportation has them. And while we're on transportation, if you're looking to increase the amount of people that are going towards higher paying jobs, go ahead and take your transportation sector and make sure you have transportation everywhere possible. If you have transportation everywhere possible, it's going to make your life super easy, because these people are going to be able to go ahead and transport themselves to jobs that are going to pay them a little bit more. But back to what we were talking about beforehand, these people are going to be working at the industry areas because that's where they're at. Now, there is some office spaces around them, but most of these office spaces are either taken up by these neighborhoods here or this high density and medium density neighborhoods that are mixed around here. Reason for it, they're closest, and it also is quicker for these guys to come out of their neighborhood and go down this road straight to here or right to these buildings than it is for them to come out here and go through traffic and stuff here. So if they can get out of the neighborhood, just go straight down here where there's like little to no traffic, it's a lot easier for them. Now, if we go over to this island here, this is an exceptional island. The reason for it is these office spaces here employ almost the whole island. So under Citizen Wealth, everything's pretty much green or some yellow, and there's rarely any orange or red. And the people that are in orange or red sectors are working in this commercial area. So the commercial area is employing the leftover people that weren't able to be employed by the office spaces. So that's a thing that could occur. Now I'm going to make a hint here and a guess and say that if I click on this high rent building here, it's going to be probably a senior citizen with children. So let's see. Oh, we actually have an adult with 2 children, but they're all poorly educated or uneducated. So there's a big issue there. That's an issue that can be fixed. So we will want to go ahead and make sure that there's just a little bit more transportation. There's no transportation on this island. Reason for it is because everything's close together. So that might be something that I have to put in here. That way they can go ahead and travel to not only elementary school, but they need to get to a high school, which is way over that way. So another thing that we can look at then within the transportation, the office spaces and stuff like that. And I want to take a look at this real quick here. That's a senior and 2 children. So a way that you could fix this is actually a mod that I posted on the channel. You can go ahead and check it out. It's the sim behavior mod, I believe it is, or it's one of the mods on the channel. I'll probably link it in the description down below. You'll be able to go ahead and implement that into the game, and what's going to happen is it's going to stop things like this from occurring in the game. Seniors with children, we don't want that because the seniors are on Social Security, so they don't have enough money to go ahead and provide for the children and pay for the household and everything. Not only that, they're all poorly educated. So the mod goes ahead and changes it to where people have kids earlier in life and different things are stationed out within life, so stuff like that doesn't happen, because when the senior dies, it's just 2 children are left in the house and they can't pay for it, so it just goes to crap. So the final thing that you can look at is the happiness chart. Make sure all of these are doing well. Traffic is the thing that's really sort of killing me in some spots. Don't know why, but I guess it's just the way that it is. So if you guys want to go ahead and increase the happiness for people within your city, the thing that you can go ahead and do is look at this in here. Now, the main things that I went ahead and talked about are the wealth, abundance of entertainment, fair taxes, distance to elementary school, healthcare coverage, so leisure time. Like, those are things that I went over. So I covered those 6 things just in those steps that I was talking to you about. The only other thing that they really look at is mail service and reliable internet. You can take care of those pretty easily. But if you go into your residential suitability tab, you'll be able to see if there's any residential buildings that shouldn't be where they are at. then you'll be able to look at your land value, your citizen wealth, to go ahead and compare what pieces of neighborhoods you have to upgrade or get them transportation to go ahead and go to better jobs, and then you can look at the happiness scale. So I hope I was able to go ahead and break this down in this video very, very easily, and I hope it made a ton of sense, and I hope I didn't ramble on stuff that didn't really help you out at all. But I feel like with the things that I have done, it shows that this is something that does work. So hopefully you guys did learn something. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And again, comment down below if there's things that I missed or things that you would do differently than I did differently. But other than that, I appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. I've been Chased at the Finish, and I am out. Peace.